I'm elevating canned tuna into your next favorite meal. Today I'm taking inspiration from a viral fast food trend and applying it to my next tuna melt for a combination of flavors I didn't know I needed. You may have seen this on social media recently, where people are going to McDonald's and ordering the Filet-O-Fish, but asking for Big Mac sauce in place of the tartar sauce.
But a Filet-O-Fish with Mac sauce is far superior to a regular Filet-O-Fish.
I'm taking this concept and I'm applying it to my tuna melt. I call this a Big Mac Tuna Melt. At home, it's so good, and the flavors just work, in my opinion. So if you like a tuna melt, you're probably going to want to try this. I'm going to add mayo, eyeballing. This is sweet pickled relish, a little bit of mustard, a shake of onion powder, some garlic powder, just a little, and some paprika, and some pepper, and just give everything a mix. So this is pretty much like the basics of making a Big Mac sauce. I'm sure you could add other ingredients, and you'll want to give it a taste for salt, seasoning. Actually, I think I am going to add a pinch of sugar. So literally like 1/8 of a teaspoon, just a little, and give that a mix. Okay, so that's Big Mac sauce. Okay, I've got 1 5-ounce can of drained tuna going in. And just give it a good mix. So this is like my Big Mac sauce tuna salad. And I'll show you how I put this on a sandwich. Here I'm toasting a sesame seed bun. I'm going to put the cheese to let it get a little bit melty. Cover that. I'm actually going to let the residual heat toast all that. The plate. I have some lettuce that I sliced. Okay. I think this is melty enough. So I'm just going to use this fork. Yeah, this is melty enough. Don't drop this. There. I'm going to scoop on a heaping scoop of this tuna right on the melty cheese. Now pile on the lettuce and top it. And this is a Big Mac Tuna Melt. Big Mac Tuna Melt is what I like to call this, and it's really good. So if you like tuna melts, this combination, it works. So I already know I'm going to have someone in the comments that say fish and cheese do not pair well. You're not supposed to do that. I agree, if you are dealing with a very expensive, delicate fish, you don't want to smother it with a heavy cheese. But when it comes to a fish sandwich or a good classic tuna melt, I mean, I'm all for fish and cheese. So comment down below if that's you, because it's definitely me. This next recipe, and I hate to call this a recipe because it's not some sort of like detailed, intricate thing that you're going to have to recreate. This is a very simple, convenient way that I get my fish sandwich fix when I don't want to spend money at McDonald's, because honestly, I don't frequent McDonald's, but I do like a Filet-O-Fish, but these days it doesn't taste good and it's way too expensive. By the way, I make mine from scratch and it's 1,000 times better. I will link that video below for you. But when I'm not making it from scratch, I make it out of fish sticks. When I just want something cheap, easy, and convenient. Here we go. So we've got our fish sticks and fries in the oven until crisp and cooked. And I'm going to griddle some white bread for an added layer of crusty toastiness. And once these are crispy and cooked through, you're ready to assemble the sandwich. I told you, it's not much of a recipe. But what really brings this all together is a good old melty slice of American cheese. Use the cheese you've got, or just don't add it at all. And I like to add 4 fish sticks. And are you ready for the secret sauce? It's Thousand Island. It just brings this together. Top it with another slice of griddled bread, and this is your sandwich. Add some fries on the side. I like pickled okra in place of a pickle. And this is a delicious meal. And it's good. It's great when you want a fish sandwich. And I think this is budget friendly. So while we're on the subject of tuna or canned tuna or fish, let me show you another recipe. Tuna and crackers. Let me show you how to elevate it to the 10th power. One element to tuna and crackers is elevating the crackers. So I'm going to make my version of firecrackers, which is what my husband loves to eat his tuna with. So instead of cooking oil, I like to opt for unsalted butter. Okay, a large baking sheet with parchment paper, and you're going to add the crackers. And these are unsalted. You could use saltine, but I like unsalted. It lets me control how salty I want these. Okay, we're gonna go here. So you're probably thinking, is this big enough? I guess, I hope. Here I have my melted stick of butter, and I'm just going to pour it all over the crackers. I accidentally ripped this ranch dip package, so I'm just gonna sprinkle it. How convenient. And I'm not gonna use the whole package. Onion powder. I'll start with a ½ teaspoon and just shake it. I'll go with a full teaspoon of onion powder. Smoked paprika, again, a teaspoon. Crushed red pepper flakes. And that's up to how much you wanna use. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna go with like a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder to start. Now, give everything a mix, coat as best as you can. So I realized when I started putting all the ingredients together on the baking sheet, you probably want to mix all your dry seasonings and spices into the melted butter. And if you don't want to use butter or you don't have it, you can definitely opt for cooking oil. Check the description below because I will give you like a good ratio of what to use. For example, I typically would use 4 sleeves of crackers and 2 sticks of butter and the whole package of ranch seasoning to unsalted crackers. That's my preference. So I will put information in the description below as far as the ingredient list and the measurements. This is going into a preheated oven at 275 degrees. Some people do 250 for about 35 to 45 minutes. Okay, I have a large bowl. Let's go ahead and add 2 cans of drained tuna. You want to break this apart. Okay, so once you break it apart, add whatever it is that you like to your tuna salad. I'm literally going to add pretty much everything in my kitchen pantry with the exception of the kitchen sink. When it comes to tuna, I just think it literally is personal preference, how much mayo, whether you want mayo. I'm also going to show you after this video a couple of ways I like to use tuna into meals, whether it's a sandwich or like a cold refreshing salad that you could eat with like totopos or chips. Okay, tuna here. Okay, fresh ingredients chopped, going in. Now we're going to eyeball everything. Mayo, Louisiana hot sauce, or this is Texas Pete, just a dash. Maggi seasoning sauce, just a dash. Lemon pepper, again, a dash. Add some cracked black pepper. I love Dijon mustard, going in. Pinch of salt, and give it a mix. Let's see, can you see that? We're gonna give it a mix. So at this point, you'll wanna taste it and add maybe some extra mayo like I'm going to do. Taste it for salt, seasoning. If you want other fresh ingredients into the mix, go for it. But this is just right where I want it for today. Yay, tuna salad. Roughly chop this cucumber because I'm gonna show you one of my favorite drinks. Here I have a lime that needs to be used and I just kind of do that. And then cut it. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze the lime juice. Here I'm adding cucumber to the blender cup. I'm gonna add like, I don't know, two cups of water. The lime juice from the entire lime in here. Here I'm gonna add some sugar to taste. I'm gonna eyeball it. There we go. Amazing, my favorite. Okay, these should be ready. Oh yeah, they smell good too. Careful. There we go. These are your favorite, right?
Yes, looks very good. Thank you.
So that's it. And let me show you the perfect bite, in my opinion, when I'm making tuna. So we get a cracker, preferably your firecrackers or your little crispity, crunchy, seasoned cracker. And then I like to take some of the tuna salad, put it right there. And then a pickled jalapeno carrot right on top. And this is good eats. So good. Tuna and crackers elevated to the 10th power. This is my favorite. And if you do not like eating noises, just tune away, because I'm going in. So good. The crackers came out so perfect. Crispy, flavorful, seasoned, has a little kick to it. The perfect balance. Check the description below, like I said, for ingredients and measurements.